What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. So in today's video I want to discuss this sweet prince here, Noctis. May he bless our souls. And will Bandai Namco do another early 2017 on us? That's what we're gonna discuss. But first of all, I want to say big congratulations to the team behind Strong Style. The tournament played in the US of A this weekend. This seems to have been a massive hit. Lots of viewers and lots of amazing Tekken games. Check out the top 8 on YouTube if you haven't already. Spoilers, JDCR took home the tournament, playing here in the grand finals versus Jimmy J. Tran. Big congratulations to both of them. But more so I think to Jimmy J. Tran, proving he is the best Brian player in the world. Or, I mean, yeah, it's either him or me at this point. And he took out Saint on the way to the grand finals. It's like pretty monumental achievement. And well, I mean, the last few tournaments he's played, he's done so well. And Ni actually took to Twitter after this tournament, congratulating him and saying, "You're the #1 Brian player in the world." It's like, that's a pretty big compliment. So awesome stuff. Check it out if you haven't. I was going to switch back to the screen where we had Noctis and Lars' face, you know, a still image like this, but that would be kind of boring. So go ahead and watch these awesome matches as I talk a bit about the Noctis situation. So, are Bandai Namco going to do another early 2017 on us? I feel like, yeah, it looks like it. Okay, first of all, do you remember when Tekken 7 was going to be released? And the last trailer said early 2017. And then I was sitting like this, looking at my clock in February of 2017. I was like, we still don't have a release date. That does not bode well. If the game was going to be released in March or April, we would have had a release date by now. I mean, logically. So I was fearing for the worst. And that turned out to be true. The game was released in June. And that's, I mean, this early in the year concept, you can stretch that a bit to like April, but you can't stretch it all the way to June, because that's in the middle of the year. And I don't know any human being who would call that early, early in the year. But Bandai Namco got a lot of shit for this, and rightfully so. But now with Noctis, in his reveal trailer in November of 2017, they said spring of 2018. So we all felt like, we laughed a bit and we were like, oh, they probably mean summer again. And now we find ourselves in quite the same situation. It's the middle of February and we have no release date. And it's like, it's probably not going to be released in March. And I checked the Tekken 7 Reddit, and there was, someone had made a thread regarding a post he had seen on the PSN Euro forums, where someone had said that he had seen on the PSN store, I think, both Noctis, by accident, he saw Noctis and a kawaii costume set for Tekken 7 that were both slated for release on the 12th of June this year, 2018. And that was removed, and there was no screenshot evidence or link to this thread. So there was no evidence. We don't know if it's true, but to be fair, I wouldn't be that surprised if that turned out to be true, because we are now in February with no release date. It looks like what they did with Tekken 7. We had to wait 6 months for Geese. Isn't it only logical that we're going to wait 6 months for the next DLC character, Noctis? So we'll see if we get any confirmation on this, if someone actually posts a screenshot, because it was only 9 hours ago the Reddit thread was created. But it would suck, and I would just like to add and say that I'm so happy that we finally have DLC support for a Tekken game. We didn't have that for Tekken 6, we didn't have it for Tag 2, Tekken 7 is the first Tekken game to get DLC support and additional characters added after the release of a game. Big thumbs up to Bandai Namco. Talk about going in the right direction, but the norm and standard today when it comes to the big fighting games, it's basically one new character per month. I mean, the companies are like very active in supporting the game post-release. And I feel like now that Bandai Namco have seen that the game is such a hit, can't they dedicate like a small team to just working on additional DLCs? I know they were planning 2 DLCs, 1 per 6 months, but as the game is a hit, couldn't they have just extended that into 4 DLCs? 1 character per 3 months? You know? I just feel like supporting the game 1 year after the game is released is a good thing, but I don't think casuals are going to stick around for like 1 character per half year. It's just, there's too much time that passes there. So I feel like 4 DLCs would have been a good thing. And maybe instead of another guest character, maybe releasing Lei Wulong or Marduk, and then one of the DLCs being a huge costume pack with suits, tuxedos for Kazuya, and maybe a robe with monster trucks and skulls on it. I don't know, just some weird ass shit, you know, that would spice things up quite a bit visually. Yeah, I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Do you also wish there was more DLC content for Tekken? Because customization has gotten a lot of flack since the release. Most reviewers saying that it feels very bare minimum. Even though customization is crap in most other big fighting game series, we kinda expect more from Tekken. Because we had the Tekken 6 DLC that was vastly superior, and then in Tag 2 you could make your own decals, which completely transformed customization, because you could be so creative with it. So after those 2 games, yeah, customization in Tekken 7 is kind of a letdown, to be honest. So would it really kill them to make an epic costume set DLC pack? I would gladly pay a couple of dollars for that, no problem. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and when do you think Noctis will be released? Is it going to be in spring 2018, or is it going to be in June, and June 12th to be precise? But I guess we're going to get confirmation on this very soon, if it was legit or not. So that was what I wanted to talk about in this video. Take care, everyone.